Assalamu alaikum, my dear family. Welcome to a brand new session of vocabulary of O levels English, GCSE, IGCSE, and A level students. All the students can get benefit from this vocabulary video because in this video I'm going to share some examples and also the vocabulary words which can appear in your exams. And if the words are appear in your exams, it means that those are the most significant ones which I'm going to share with you today. So I would request you all to please just start making the notes, and then definitely you're going to ace in it. So let's start the video. The very first one is that, okay, now you're going to read the following closely and make descriptive sentences of your own as well. So the lines given below are for you guys to make your own descriptive sentences. The first one is abhor. Abhor means to hate, detest, and despise. Means something, you hate something, okay? So a wise and peaceful man by nature, Maximus abhorred violence and was deeply committed to reconciliation. It means that he hate, the war and all these violence things. Because he got hit in the head while playing cricket, Jones began to abhor the sport. He started, hating the sports. So this was the meaning, and you can now create your own descriptive sentences. The second word is alacrity. Alacrity means to do something with eagerness and promptness, where you show your extreme eagerness, extreme energy. When his teacher asked him to lend a hand with the distribution of handouts, Simon did so with alacrity. It means he did with, showing quite eagerness, and this is what the students do. Always anxious to do well at class, Asad headed for his university with alacrity and determination. So this word alacrity comes multiple times in the exams, and now you're going to learn this word, and you have to use in your written expression, in your narratives, in your descriptives as well. All right, now the third word is amiable. Amiable means friendly. So please just, omit this word friendly from your life. Now please start learning this word amiable. An amiable fellow. Niall got along with just about everyone, because someone who is quite amiable, friendly, we can call him like, oh, you're quite amiable. Pakistan has always enjoyed an amiable relationship with Saudi Arabia. That's quite true. Now you can also use this word amiable in 2 to 3 sentences of your own, and then you can show and express yourself by using this word. I'm sure it's quite clear to you now. Now let's take a look at the next word. The fourth word is appease. Appease means to calm, satisfy. Somebody is to calm somebody, or to calm down, or satisfied, or satisfy someone. When Jerry cries, his mother gives him a chocolate to appease him. This is what the parents usually do, to give something or hand over something to the children to appease them, to make them feel calm, or to satisfy them. Next example is, the captives appeared the angry king with gifts and offerings. The captives appeased the angry king with gifts and offerings. Now this is the way you're going to use this word in, the context. Now the fifth word is arcane. Arcane means obscure, secret, known only by a few. It is also used in known only by a few, or secret, or even obscure, something which is exposed to some people. It is arcane. Now let's look at the example sentences. Professor Langdon is an expert in arcane literature of ancient symbols. Only it is by Professor Langdon who is proficient in this. So it is arcane literature, something which is known only by few. And another example is, an arcane society. The Illuminati have been around for centuries. So it means it's known by few. Now the next vocabulary word is avarice. Avarice means excessive greed. Avarice is used when somebody who is extremely greedy, exceedingly greedy. The banker's avarice led him to amass an enormous personal fortune. So this is what the bankers usually, are depicted towards. Or he paid a year's rent in advance. just enough to satisfy the landlord's avarice, his landlord's greed. All right, so instead of this word greed, excessive greed, you can embed this word avarice in the written expression of yours. All right, so if you're going to use this word avarice instead of greed, then definitely it will create a change in your writings. The next word is boon. Boon, I have seen a lots of times in the paper. Boon means advantage or a blessing. I don't sleep well on planes, so it's a real boon to me. It's a real advantage to me to be able to watch the latest movies while traveling. So it's a boon for you. We offer prayer often in Ramadan, so it's a boon to gather blessings. So it's a boon for us. It's a blessing for us. So please create your own examples. The next one is beaming. Beaming, instead of smiling or grinning, you can also use this word beaming. Beaming means, when you are smiling and grinning. The example is, Haris was beaming with delight in his brand new vehicle, while his friends gawked in disbelief. He was beaming in delight. He was having his new vehicle. He was extremely overjoyed. So, of course, he was smiling. So, beaming can also be used when somebody is overjoyed and smiling and extremely happy and, expressing himself to be quite exuberant. So this is the way you can use this word beaming. And please create your own examples, the 3 examples at least, and mention them in the comment section below. The 9th word is broached. Broached means something which is started, when we say it's initiated, begin, or else you can use it in, perspective of mentioned or raise, maybe for discussion, something which, begin the discussion. So it means that, let's look at the example sentences. Feeling the weight of the question the journalist put forward, the mayor finally broached the subject. It means that he has mentioned the subject he had been avoiding all evening, or maybe discussing the subject he had been avoiding all evening. All right, so maybe finally he had started the subject he had been avoiding all evening. So this is something you're going to embed the meaning into it to get the clear idea. Finally, Simon dragged up the courage to broach the subject. Now you have to look at the example sentences, and let's move on to the 10th one, and that is baffling. Baffling means something impossible to understand. These days students are fidgeting with this baffling scenario because they are unable to understand the OLevels English paper pattern. You can watch my video for that. Something which is puzzling, bewildering, confusing, perplexing. So baffling paper pattern can also be said. Hansen found it baffling how different Paul was in person than over the net. He was baffled by the technical language of the instructions. It means that he was, impossible. It was impossible for him to understand that technical language of the instructions. Or maybe it was quite confusing or perplexing for him to understand that technical language of instructions. So I'm sure, my dear students, you have learned a lot today in this, informative video. And I would like you all to please mention in the comment section below that which was the most enriching vocabulary word for you and how informative it was for you. And please mention in the comment section below that if you are interested to get more videos like this, I am going to provide with you along with the example sentences, but you need to be connected with me by mentioning the sentences of these words. And the students who are going to do all these 10 words under my video in the comment section below are going to definitely get more videos. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and these are only 3 things, my dear students, which you need to focus on. Your vocabulary, it should be an advanced level vocabulary. Second thing is your written expression, it should be structured in a solid way. And third thing is your grammar and accurate information, you need to embed in that. All right, I'm sure this was a very informative video for you, and please mention in the comment section below that which topic is the most difficult for you and you want the video.